Mercevevan here from Migration Academy. Today I'm going to discuss about words to avoid on YouTube. What are the words that you should avoid using when you are discussing your content on YouTube? Alright? What words trigger abandonment on YouTube? So I'd like to make a discussion of this topic, having in mind that these are not absolute truths. Meaning, it might be applicable to me, it might be applicable to some YouTubers, and it might not be applicable to others. So, you listen and see if these tips on or discussion makes sense or is applicable to your channel. Alright? So what are the words that trigger abandonment on YouTube? Do not ever use ending words like goodbye or ciao or see ya, see you, anyway, arrivederci or arrivedera or I'll be back or in conclusion or in summary when you are in the middle of discussing your content. Alright? Why? Because if you believe that you have a valuable content, for example, in my case, alright, I have a plan of making a series of videos about the 15 laws, the 15 inviolable laws of growth, which, since I am part of the John Maxwell team, so I will be discussing these 15 invaluable laws of growth. So I will be having part 1, part 2, up to part 5. And so in part 1, I will be discussing 3 laws. So the first 3 laws that I'm going to discuss is the law of intentionality, then the law of awareness, then the law of consistency. So imagine, while already I'm in the middle of discussing the law of intentionality, this and that, for example, I am discussing the principle that if you have a goal in life, it does not happen just like that. You have to set a goal, you have to have a plan, and you have to be intentional about it. And then in the middle of your discussion, you just said, in summary or in conclusion or any word that is not related to your content will turn off your viewers and would not produce audience retention. So prevent or avoid those ending language in the middle of discussing your content. Alright? So why you should not use these words, alright? So as I've said, I have a plan of making a playlist or part 1 up to part 5 of a discussion or of a topic, the 15 invaluable laws of God. The purpose is to give my audience very important contents or principle. It's about personal development, and I'm very sure that it's going to help a lot of people. Since I cannot discuss it in one video because it's too long, there are 15 principles behind that book or behind that content. So I will be having 5 series or 5 parts. So my purpose or my goal is, when I discuss part 1, I will be telling my audience that I will have part 2. So you don't discuss anything or any ending language even at the end of the video, because the purpose is for your audience to go from for part 1 to go to part 2, and then from part 2 to part 3, and then to part 4 to part 5, and so on and so forth. That one that produces audience retention. Why? Audience retention is very important because it increases your views. And when there is an increase in views, it produces more subscribers. If you have a good content, you have more views, you have more subscribers, and it will signal the algorithm that you are churning out valuable contents for your audience. What does it mean? When you apply for your monetization later on, one way of evaluating whether you can get monetized or not is if you have valuable content. So assuming that you have reached 1,000 subscribers and you have reached 4,000 watch hours, or equivalent to 240,000 minutes, but you do not produce valuable content to your viewers, I don't think you will get monetized. So there are certain criteria even after you have complied with the two requirements. So don't use or mention any word that would turn off your viewers. All right. Never ever imply that the video is over, because as I said, your goal is to have an audience retention for your viewers to watch your video and go to your next video. If you have a playlist, that's better. So remember that viewers leave when they think or they perceive that there's no more valuable content. All right. So you can see in the last 20 to 10 seconds, but you should limit that. Okay, you should limit the ending language. You must get your viewers to the next video. Again, I repeat, audience retention is very important. So because if the viewer can watch one video to the next video, then the next and so on and so forth, it signals to the algorithm that your channel is churning out valuable content. Okay, that the viewers keep on watching them one after the other. So, number 2, words to avoid on YouTube. Do not use words like subscribe to my channel, keep your comments down below, and push the red button in the middle again of discussing your content. Because in the first place, if you have a valuable content, you would really be very focused on discussing it to your viewers in all sincerity and in all honesty, because what your goal is to educate your viewers, to give them value. So if you mention in the middle of discussing all those topics or important points, subscribe to my channel and push the red button below, it is not actually relevant to your topic. So your audience will automatically subscribe to your channel and will push the red button if they are interested to your topic or to your content. There's no need to say that over and over again, and especially in the middle of discussing your content, because it will turn off your viewers. It will not produce good results, and audience retention will definitely not be achieved. All right. So just imagine, okay? Imagine yourself going to a movie, going to a theater, watching a movie. When you see the cast of characters, when you see credits and see the cast of characters, it means that the movie has concluded, that the movie has ended. So the moviegoers fall in line to get out of the movie house. So it's the same with your channel. So if you say please subscribe or put your comments down below and push the red button, it signals to your audience that you are already concluding your topic, and it's a wrong thing to do. So please try to avoid it. All right. So the next or the third word, this word should not be avoided, but instead it should be used in your channel when you discuss your content. What is this word? Words like you. All right, this you or yours, can use these are personal pronouns, which is a very sincere word when you are connecting, when you want to connect to your audience. So if you see my previous video, how did I reach 1,000 subscribers in a matter of 4 weeks, the best tips that I gave, you can see I was talking to the audience. I was connecting. I always say, how do you give value? How do you make sense? How do you? I always use the word you because you are talking to a particular audience, you are connecting with them, and you are telling them that I am giving valuable content and I am helping you as a person or as a YouTuber, okay? Study shows that if you use the word you within 5 seconds of the video, you would get an average of 60%. Get an average of 60% increase views, okay? Because people watch longer. And it refers you to the video and it makes a higher impact on your algorithm, okay? So as I've said, words like you, your, or yours. And you see that more often in the video, your viewership will go up because it shows you care about your viewers, alright? It shows that the video I click on is really for your audience or is really for me, okay? So these words are actually affirming words to your viewer that yes, it is them or it is your audience that you are gonna get that it is the audience that you are talking, that it is the audience that you are connecting, that you're gonna get the value that you want, that they're gonna get the value that they want in your video. So I hope these tips that I gave you, words to avoid and the words to use, will really help you, in growing your channel. God bless.